Hello, this is BS Discover. I'm doing a reaction video on Foolio's killers stabbed 100 times in prison by Macmullah. Come on.
What am Moolah gang? Apparently, two of Foolio's convicted murderers have been stabbed in prison. They just got the prison, by the way. I swear to God, they might have just touched down yesterday. Okay? Do your homework. They just got sentenced. They just went to prison. You know what I'm saying? And they are both stabbed. I'm talking about stabbed, critical condition, went to a hospital, like almost died, bro. They probably not even 2 or 3 months into their prison sentence, bro. And this is, before we even get into the video, my name is Mac Moolah. I do reactions all the time. I don't really cover drill stuff like that no more. But when it's mainstream like this, I gotta talk about it. This is the true nature of what happens when you join in the streets. Specifically, this light-skinned brother right here. The one you see crying, because he didn't have to be in the streets. He wasn't even supposed to be in the streets. He was being in the streets because he wanted to be cool. He wanted to be accepted by a bunch of gangbanging niggas. And now he in prison for a life sentence, number one. And number two, he damn near just got killed.
Wow, so he wanted to be accepted by people in the streets. I guess people do it for protection reasons. People do it for trying to be known quicker than, or quickly, whichever word you want to choose, than the most average person, because they see them move forward quickly, you know, and it's easy to get in them doors. But I'm doing this reaction video because something is in me that's telling me somebody needs to hear something. And I hope it reaches. Come on.
Foolio murder case, Sean Gathright and Rashad Murphy reportedly hospitalized after allegedly being stabbed behind bars. Sean famously was the one that was crying in court. Rashad, I believe he cried too. The two men convicted in the Foolio case, Sean Gathright and Rashad Murphy, are reportedly hospitalized following an alleged incident behind bars. Officials have not confirmed the details, and their current conditions remain unclear as reports continue to circulate online. Now, academics would react to this live, so let's listen to what he said.
This chat, this has been buzzing for a bit. Oh, so he said this days ago.
They're saying that two of the suspects, or not suspects, two of the convicted killers of Foolio, they were brutally stabbed since they've been locked up. One was the 19-year-old who,
Sean Gathright,
if you guys remember, the prosecutor saying that, hey, or actually was a jail official saying, Judge, you know, we need niggas like this. We need that sweat equity.
I remember that.
Equity.
Basically, the prosecutor was like, yeah, we need him like this. He want to kill people. He 19 years old. Yeah, we gonna use him. We gonna work him. We got a good 40, 50 years of work out of him.
I think that was one of the craziest clips to come out of the trial. The guy is literally saying, don't give him the death penalty. We need guys like this. Give him life. We need that sweat equity.
Crazy,
put
right?
him to work. Because, you know, it's essentially slavery.
Slavery.
Modern slavery is
prison.
If you know the history of prisons, they didn't start until slavery was abolished.
Exactly.
It's just what it turned into.
The jail administrator, he's someone that's young, he's healthy.
Even if you don't know, the law says that slavery is illegal unless you're locked up in prison. That means unless you're locked up in prison, you can legally be a slave, saying that we are going to make you work and we ain't going to pay you nothing. We're just going to give you enough food, slop, right? The same bullshit they used to give the slaves. And we're going to give you a fucked up housing condition. We're going to give you a place to lay your head and some food to keep you alive, and you're going to work for free for us until we tell you to stop.
In reality,
that's what you get when you go kill people.
Sweat equity, and we will put them out there to work, because we do have an aging prison population, jail administration.
Imagine being talked about like that.
Imagine it, right?
You know, imagine sitting there and this dude is like vouching for you to get a life sentence so he can put you to work.
Yeah.
Like you're literally a slave.
He is.
So just to point out, the baldy, that's what you get when you hit reception. As soon as you get in there, the first thing they do is they shave all your hair off. But let's take a look at some of the posts
And
that came out.
I think they do this to like strip your identity. That's why you have an inmate number, right? That's why they cut your hair.
Wow. Prison, slavery. Is it the new slavery? Yes, of course, it's the new slavery. But there's so many ways of being slave nowadays. But that's one that's practical, in a way that men have made it to be acceptable. And it's a shame. The reason why I'm definitely doing this reaction, because I hate to see young men fall short and lose years of freedom because of a choice they made, and now he's being stripped apart of even his dignity right in the courtroom just by them saying what they want to do to him, how they want to use him as a slave in prison. Come on.
Stuff like that. Everybody wears the same thing. There's no identity. There's no creativity. There's nothing. You are a prisoner now. That is you. That is your whole identity. You're a prisoner. You are a prisoner, and that is all you will ever be for the rest of your life until you die in here. And when you die, your kid, you don't have kids. Your sister, everybody will probably have already passed away, unless you get killed. You die of old age. Everybody will pass away. They will likely put your body in a prison cemetery or a prison graveyard where everybody will forget about you, boy. And that's what happens when you chase. You want to be a gangster so bad. Remember, this is a nice little suburban boy, light-skinned motherfucker, grew up in a nice little home. Didn't have to gangbang. Tried to kill Foolio on another occasion before he actually killed him because he wanted to be cool. This is why I try to tell y'all that this is not cool. This is actually the lamest thing you could do, is try to be a street dude. Remember, he got AR stick. He stalked Foolio. He aiming Foolio right down in the front, while he in the front seat, he aiming. I'm talking about aiming him, we're looking down on him, and then when he aiming, I'm talking about aiming him, we're looking down on him, and then when he drove off, he kept shooting. Then he chased him and kept shooting. Got close up on the car, kept shooting.
Ball your hair off, but let's take a look at some of the posts that came out, because apparently the ops of the guys that got convicted went to posting right after the news allegedly broke that they got hit up.
Yeah.
So 6 days ago on Reddit, it would state Sean Gathright and Rashad Murphy were both stabbed today, earlier both in critical condition. Now, I don't rap. That's his Instagram name. I don't rap.
Ain't that something?
Would write, pull through, knife, blood, knife, blood, knife, LOL, long live six. Now this is I Don't Rap's page. He says he's a day trader, stock investor. He's got 30K. And this is what he looks like. This is I Don't Rap. Right? Looks like he's getting to a bag. He's got all the designer shit on. He's got some jewelry, whatever. Now this would show him at visitation. So he was actually locked up.
Right.
And I mean, that's just off top gonna mean he knows how it is in there. Box time, free me, he's in confinement. That's how the confinement looks. The windows are like that, they're graded. It's actually like that at the reception center that they got sent to. So when it rains, the shit blows right in your window.
No.
But he's been to prison.
And they're crazy. They be taking pictures. This is why I tell y'all, gang, y'all better stop looking at this shit like it's cool. They be in prison taking pictures, posing, showing what they going like it's cool or something. I'll be in that bitch crying. I don't want to show this. I'm not proud of this. They be in that bitch posing, taking pictures with the all they eat is chips because it's the best food they got in here. Like, man, boy, y'all niggas crazy as hell, boy. Y'all crazy. I don't gotta go to jail in prison. I went to jail. I was in the cell for 45 minutes. And again, I can tell you, for everybody that ain't never been to jail, I can tell you, it ain't worth it. No matter, I don't give a fuck what's going on. I don't care if they can give you a $10 million. It ain't worth that jail sentence. Trust and believe.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right, baby. It ain't worth it. It looks good. They want it to look good. See, once the mind has been altered and the money have given you some type of fame, but the money can't buy you out of jail. It can't stop you in the sense that you can't stop doing the things that you are doing, but it's stopping you in doing the things you truly want to do when you make a decision like this. Now, the time in jail is only to bring you in. You know, misery loves company. Now I'm in here now. I got nothing to show. I still want your attention. See, the mind has been altered. The mind can't think anymore. They want you to think they're winning. You're not winning. Who wants to spend time in jail? Who wants their freedom taken away? But you can't make decisions on what I want to do the next day. I get up, and when I get up, there's them walls, there's that gate, and I can't get out that gate. The chips look good, the soda look good, and that's the only that's doing good right now. The chips is looking good more than an inmate. Think about it. It's not even worth it.
Hey, he's from Jacksonville. He's been to prison. He's got a bag of canteen on his head.
Got a song with Lil Papa right here.
He's Shock, which is like the Rolex inside of prison. I'm not gonna lie. If you got a G-Shock, you with it.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers will try to rob you for that G-Shock. That's literally like having a Rolex. And he's got...
Why do... You see what I'm saying, though? Like, what the fuck is going on in your brain to the point... This don't even got nothing to do with the video. But you in prison doing a sentence. Every day you in prison, bro. Why the fuck do I care about having a G-Shock? Who am I trying to impress in here? It's nothing but niggas. Why do I need a G? Why do I need a watch? I thought the watches was for the hubs. I thought y'all did that to impress the girls. If I'm in a place where it ain't nothing but men, bro, I don't give a fuck about. Like, man, y'all crazy, bro.
A diamond grill in there. So I guarantee you he had some type of clout. He's got some jewelry. You know, on the Florida Department of Corrections website, Xavier Pennick is his actual name. He was born in 1999. He was released in 2025. He had heroin, cocaine, two-way communications device, committed felony, which is like using a phone, whatever. So he was in there from 2023 to 2025, right? So he didn't do a ton of time. He did a little bit of time.
Man, that's a ton of time, bro. Y'all try to make it seem like it's not a lot of time because niggas, I get it, and relatively it's not a lot because some people get 30, 40 years. Spending 3 years straight in prison, 3 years and 18 days in the prison cell gang, listen, bro. That's too damn long.
So he didn't do a ton of time. He did a little bit of time.
Y'all is crazy, bro.
But interestingly enough, when you jump on Reddit, I don't rap, who apparently is from YNR, which, you know, Slugger T just got out. According to this, he's a rat. Based on the Pursuit XP, and we know XP stands for Xavier Pennick, was shown photo spread of each individual. XP selected the photograph of Francis. After signifying his selection, XP was told he could not remain anonymous, so he tore off his signature on the signed photograph of Francis. He then did not select the photograph from the compilation that included flowers. Now, this says two separate.
I don't care if he snitched. I really don't.
This is I don't rap saying pull through, right? Now, do I give a fuck if he told? No. But I'm just showing y'all what's said on Reddit about him. And there's a lot of other weird stuff about him having sissy things on his phone. He got caught, like, they used his phone in prison.
I don't care.
Trey Boy said, "Get up, Ghost. Don't die. Rest up, 6." So Trey Boy is directly sending shots at him saying, "Get up, Ghost. Don't."
All these people with clowns in the circus, bro. They still don't get it. Up to they still getting finessed to be in the streets. If let's say Foolio was your friend, so he got killed. The person who killed him went to prison for life, and he just got stabbed, and he's fighting for his life. And you get on Instagram, instigating, laughing, joking, trying to troll. When is it gonna hit y'all that this is a stupid ass life, and this I don't understand it.
Died, you know, alleging he got stabbed, and says, "Rest up, 6," who is obviously Foolio. Now this is Trey Boy. This is what he looks like, and you know, he also went to prison. His
Lord
name
have
was
mercy.
Charles Howell. He was born in '98, and he's actually still in
Lord have mercy.
the Florida Department of Corrections. So he's at Bridges of Lake City. He has a community custody. And apparently Bridges of Lake City is like a release center. It only has 168 inmates. You got minimum or community custody, meaning you can go out in the public.
Okay.
So basically what they do is before you get released from prison, they'll put you in one of those.
Right.
And like you're in like a regular dorm and shit, but you get to leave the prison and go like work at like Foot Locker or McDonald's or some shit so you can start making some money.
Okay.
I'm not sure if that's what he's doing. He's community as far as his like custody level.
They say he's not getting out till April 2027. Boy, y'all crazy.
Go outside the gates. And it also means he can have access to a cell phone. But his current release date is 2027, so he's still in there for a little bit. And he's apparently dissing. But not only that, he's been very vocal about the Foolio trial, and it's all posted to Reddit, right? So it says, Trap Boy VLPCE shares his opinion on the Foolio trial and claims that Foolio killers were stalking him back when he was still free. He says, watching this trial makes me so mad because we seen them same three outside my shit laying, I called Brona, I'm like, pull up, we got them, ain't nobody react, but if they did, we would have handled that business and 6 would still be here. So basically he's saying 3 of Foolio's killers was outside of his house. He called his homies up to come get them, but they didn't do it. And had they killed them, Foolio would still be here, which is a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, Foolio would still be here and y'all would be in prison. So what are we really talking about?
I probably could have did it myself, but 17 shots wasn't enough for 3 kills. I was being smart, not scared. My girl had more heart than y'all.
Oh my
God.
God.
Trey Boy would say it was Sean, not Ghost, that apparently got stabbed. I got the wrong call, but I'm going to keep y'all posted. They got to go. Long live 6. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know why he's inserting himself if he doesn't have anything to do with this shit, because Florida has a state RICO.
Exactly.
And if you're trying to tie yourself into prison stabbings while you're technically in the Florida Department of Corrections.
Wow. Ooh, you from Jacksonville. I just left Jacksonville and came to New York, and I know it's rough out there. It's rough, but I know what this young man is saying, but let me tell you something. Some of these boys are forced to do these acts. And until you truly know what made this young man do what he did, it's kind of hard for me to sit there and judge him. Because God has shown me that some are forced. Some, they say they'll kill their family members. They go do it. Some, they see dead bodies created right in front of them, and they'll do it. So I understand where the young man is coming from, which must be a lot of innocence in him. But when things are revealed to you, it's kind of hard to judge them young boys, because I don't know if this was in him or was he forced to do it. And that's something that I definitely made this video because I talk so that the officers, the judges, the prosecutors, the defending lawyers can try to come to some type of concept to what is really going on. How did it really happen? Can we really tell this is what he wanted to do? It was too easy of an arrest. It's too easy of a choice. So now I'm in jail. I'm just going to live it out. I'm just going to live my life. And that's probably why the posing and all that come in there. But when you look at these videos, don't look at it one way. Understand the new way, the lesson that we are learning today. A lot of them need to be helped and grabbed because a lot of force, trust me, forced to make moves like this. I stay close to the police as much as possible. Let's get back to this video.
Wrong call, but I'm gonna keep y'all posted. They gotta go. Long live 6. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why he's inserting himself if he doesn't have anything to do with this shit, because Florida has a state RICO.
Exactly.
And if you're trying to tie yourself into prison stabbings while you're technically in the Florida Department of Correction.
That's why I say that these people are just brainwashed, bro. They're brainwashed. They think all this shit is cool. There's no reason why he's getting on, talking about comments. He posting all this shit he posting. Like, it's no other reason for it other than, bro, you trying to be cool. You think this give you some type of stripes. It don't get you nothing. You already you in prison right now. You been in prison for years, bro. You ain't got woke up to the, I don't understand how, like, for example, gang, let's say I stole a pizza and I went to prison for it. God forbid. I don't want to ever go to prison. But let's say, not even me. Let's say a nigga stole a pizza and went to prison for it. Wouldn't the stupidest thing in the world to do would be to get out of prison and steal another pizza? That don't make sense to me, bro.
The prison stabbings while you're technically in the Florida Department of Corrections.
I don't understand.
Not only can your custody levels shoot up and they put you under investigation and you're no longer allowed to leave the gates, but you can get tied into this shit because you're inserting yourself saying they gotta go. I'm gonna keep y'all posted. You're telling the fucking public, you're communicating with whoever's there doing whatever they're doing. So essentially, you're self-snitching, but this isn't Trey Boy's first time doing so. Because Trey Boy's paperwork dropped, and it says he stated he was involved in the HF beef, and the Out East beef came later, which he wasn't really involved in. That's why he got shook-tatted. We don't know what the fuck that is.
I don't know what that means.
Basically, it says he stated he goes by Trey Boy because he is Charles Howell III. He identified Javante Robinson as his blood cousin and JB as his cousin. What name the game goes by? He stated PCE, K-Block. What kind of crimes PCE was involved in? I asked murders and he replied all the ones where blank, we can't see everything. I asked robbery, shooting, thefts, and he shook his head yeah, and again replied all the ones blank, everything you got on there, pointing to the arrest affidavit. He stated he was involved in the beef with Head First Gang. He also stated there was another beef, Asked about the gang hand signs used by PCE, and he showed numerous pictures. So, I mean, damn. There's a whole lot of paperwork. Dude is basically breaking down who
all
he
the
is.
crimes.
Who he's involved with.
And what this does, what reason people do this, in my opinion, is because they like, yeah, I want people to know, like, yeah, boy, I'm A block, I'm B block, I'm C block, I'm this, yeah, I'm really like that, I'm a real gangster, boy, I really do this for real, boy, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas want to prove that to it, but like I said, it don't get you nowhere. It don't get you nowhere, so I really just don't understand, like,
gang he represents, how to throw up the gang signs. He's saying his gang is involved with murders, shootings, this and that. So he's telling it all to the police. And now, this is like old paperwork. This is like from 2020. But now, he's online while still in, prison custody, talking about, yeah, they gotta go. I'll keep y'all updated on who got stabbed. Blah, blah, blah. Like, this shit's fucking messy. Now, this right here is the Central Florida Reception Center. And for a short period of my life, I called this place home because this is where I got sent to when I went to prison. Now, understand, if you're from Jacksonville, which is North Florida, like all the way north, you go to the North Florida Reception Center. You basically go to Butler, Lake Butler, right? And Butler is a terrible fucking place. But because these Jacksonville
prison is a terrible place.
The killing in Tampa, which is Hillsborough County, which is Central Florida, you get sent to the Central Florida Reception Center.
I got you.
So there's the South Florida Reception Center, the Central Florida, the North Florida, and the Northwest. Those are the 4 reception centers in the state of Florida. Okay. Now, as far as Central goes, when you get here, The bus is gonna bring you in here. So the bus comes in. It's gonna be like 4 or 5 in the morning. It's dark out.
Man.
They're gonna search the bus in this little
Y'all
cage
crazy as
area
hell,
right
boy.
here. Then they let you in. When they bring you in, they take you all out right here. They bring you inside, and you're gonna go through basically the whole little spiel. First, they'll put you in cells. You come out. You stand up. They get your height. They take your picture. If you're young, they give you a red hat. That means you're a YO. Then you're gonna move on
What
to
the
the
hell
next
does that
spot,
mean?
and you're gonna get your hair cut, your shit shaved off, whatever. Then you get put in the dorms. Now I remember this place very well, and I believe the
y'all
chow
crazy as
hall
hell.
is either this building on the left, this one, or this one. I'm pretty sure it's this one because it has the little shit right there, like that you can go under, right? But basically, all these other shits are dorms. So they're all butterfly wings.
I'm cool. I don't want to
which
be
is
no gangster, bro.
in the middle of it is where the CO is, and then you got a wing here, wing here, wing here, wing here, right? Now this right here is the main rec yard. You can see pull-up bars, push-up bars, the basketball courts,
yeah.
the little gazebo. And then there's a little mini rec yard over here. So this mini one was for the YOs.
What's a
It was
YO?
separated from the main yard. So this dorm right here, this was H dorm, known as hotel dorm or hell dorm. This was specifically for the YOs. The YOs don't exist anymore, so now I believe it's confinement from what I've heard.
What is
but
a
that
YO?
left side right there, that was for 18 and under. The middle was for 19 to 20, and the right was for 21 to 24. So
Okay.
every morning, we would line up outside of this shit right here, march through this gate, go past this, which was, I believe, canteen, and we got to go all the way to chow, which was here, right? And you had some cuttings. I never seen anyone get cut in this line right here, but it did happen. And our rec was right over here. This is where we played basketball. If we were playing football, we played football right here. There's like a trench right there.
Y'all crazy.
And
as hell.
yeah, I was in this dorm. I was in the 18 and under, and I was in the 19 and 20 when I came back and got sent to Lancaster. I fought inside of here. I seen people get beat up inside of here. That's the Central Florida Reception Center. Now, do I believe they were stabbed here? Not entirely. And why do I say that? Because it's a reception center. You're not really staying here long. Like I said, you're here for about a month and a half to 2 months. It's
Ain't that where? How long they been sentenced though? When did they get sentenced, bro? When did Foolio's killer get?
staying here long. Like I said, you're here for about a month and a half to 2 months. It's
Ain't that where? How long they been sentenced though? When did they get sentenced, bro? When did Foolio's killer get sentenced? Yeah, they only got sent. They didn't. Even, it ain't even been 2 months since they got sentenced.
normally not stabbings. Like, if you take a piece of fence and you fucking turn it into a poker, okay, yeah, whatever. But what you do get here is razors. So these razors right here, the blue one.
Yeah,
that's
let's give razors to a bunch of niggas in jail, in prison. That makes a whole lot of sense.
what you get as soon as you come in. And when you break it apart, it looks like this. Now, this one is broken, clearly. It's snapped in half, but this would be a solid line. Now, even these two pieces, you're not, when you cut somebody with one of these, right? Because you
not a
take the razor,
stabbing,
you
no.
pop the blade out. You don't leave it in the thing.
It's more of a cut.
When you cut someone with it, you only need a piece.
Yeah.
Because you're tying that piece onto something.
Oh, yeah, I get
People
what you're
burn
saying.
it in the toothbrushes. That really doesn't happen because it stinks. What they'll do is they'll tie it onto a pencil. So you take a pencil, you shave half of it so it's super flat, and you tie the razor on. Put a stamper
Put
on
the
the
little
blade,
razor, and then you can stab
so you
somebody.
can tie it on with string so it doesn't cut through. And you only need a little piece of corner.
No, I
right?
get what you're saying.
So the little corner piece of the blade.
You only need, because think about it, bro. To stab somebody, all you need is not even like this, bro. That's all you need. If this was sharp, for example, it's just a piece of foam from some shit I opened up, like a package. If it's this small, I can stab somebody with it. All I need to do is tie it to something like he said. And I can just do that and just, you see what I'm saying?
That's what you're essentially, digging into someone's face. And
Right.
that's what I got hit with. You see that little shiny sky right there that goes from fucking right here to down here, and then it just fades away?
I see it.
That's what I got cut with when I got cut at Lake Butler, was a razor like that. If these dudes got hit, it is more likely they were slashed than stabbed. Because at the end of the day, they were at a reception center.
They was
Could it
in-
have been knives? Sure.
They was in
More than likely,
critical
the first
condition.
thing you get at reception, aside from a lock at canteen, is a razor. Now, one thing I do want to show you.
The first thing you get is a razor. Ain't that some stupid shit?
We go on the Florida Department of Corrections website, Corrections Offender Network. We're going to go over to the inmate population. And if we type in Sean Gathright and we search him, no offender records were found that match your criteria search. That's very strange, right? So yesterday I did a video on K Shorty, and the dude that he snitched on was named Roland Ball, and he's got a life sentence. So when we search that, okay, boom, we got Roland Ball right here, right?
Life sentence, boy.
Sentence to life.
Crazy. Look at that, boy. He younger than me. This nigga got sentenced to life. His birthday is October 25th, 99. Okay? Which means he is 26. He'll be 27 years old. And he already have a life sentence. Boy, y'all niggas is crazy as hell, gang. Y'all crazy as hell. I don't understand.
Right,
and it's not like he didn't know. If he got sentenced to life, it's probably over a murder, right? So it's not like you didn't know you could get life in prison for killing somebody. So I don't understand what goes on in somebody's mind to be like, killing this person is worth me doing life. And like, I really just can't. I don't understand that.
Sentenced to life. Got sentenced from Jacksonville. He's got murders, this and that, whatever. But let's do it again. Rashad, last name Murphy.
He's in there.
Type it in. This is
Who is that?
This is somebody else. Let's type in Chance. And you don't even have to put the whole first name. You can just put the letter. But his name is Isaiah Chance. That's another one of them.
Oh, I remember him.
Nothing pops up. Let's type out the whole name. I don't even know how to spell Isaiah's name. But then you had Davion Murphy, right? Let's type in Davion Murphy. Submit. Nothing pops up. So the reason I want to show y'all this is because what they do in the Florida Department of Corrections, right? I'm going to show y'all this. Everybody remembers Nicholas Cruz, the school shooter, right? And aside from the fucking heinous crime that he committed, a lot of people were pissed off because of this. What prison is Nicholas Cruz at, and why is his location hidden? The case of Nicholas Cruz, the Parkland school shooter, continues to attract national attention. While Cruz is known to be incarcerated, the exact location of his confinement is not publicly disclosed by the Florida Department of Corrections, right? So he's been placed in protective management.
Right.
The FDOC maintains that the specific facility housing an inmate can change for security, safety, or administrative reasons.
So that's probably why
in
we
Cruz's
can't look
case,
up
the
them.
department has not publicly disclosed the exact prison or unit in which he's being housed. This approach is not unusual for inmates who pose elevated risk due to notoriety, ongoing appeals, or potential safety threats. So when we type in Nicholas Cruz into the Florida Department of Corrections, nothing pops up. Nicholas Cruz is in protective management. We don't have PC in Florida. It's called PM, protective management.
Okay.
Normally it's just confinement, but there are some compounds that literally have PM units,
right,
where the whole dorm is full of PM, protective management.
Wow, I really didn't expect this video in Florida, but there's a lot going on, so I expect something so ordeal if people are losing their lives, their freedom. Protective community safety. Community safety because while you are in jail, you know, they are rehabilitated at times. Or let's say something comes out that can help the case later on. So rather than a lot of people, I guess, attacking this person in ways that would cause harm, quick harm, or even put him in a worse situation than what it truly is, I believe that they had to have community protection because you never know. Nowadays, you just don't know the outcome of situations. Don't forget, years later, we always find out a prisoner could have been innocent. So there's ways to protect the prisoner as the prisoner is in prison. However, we have situations that we have prisoners showing off the fact that they're in prison living like it's a glorious lifestyle. However, it truly isn't. It's one that you definitely have to watch your back. And unfortunately, I just hope that we find a way to definitely save our children. I remember I was a child in New York, Bronx, New York, and there was this game where there'll always be dead bodies in a building. And that's why I say some of these children are forced. And this person was forced to join a gang. But later on, this person ended up turning their life around and working for the court system. So is it possible that they can change? Yes. Let's hear something positive in this video. Yes. This person changed. This person had no choice, trust and believe, but to join for his safety. The way they proved to that person that you had to join by putting dead bodies in front of this person every day. And this person was a child. This person was probably 14, 15 years old. And the fortunate thing that happened, they lived a long street livelihood when they end up in jail, but they knew people who was close to the system, and they were the one that helped change his life around. So is it possible for them to change their life around? Yes. But what is the thing? What was the key fact? They had family in the system that came to save the day. Let's get back to this video.
They're separated from everyone else. You can look up anyone else in the Florida Department of Corrections, but you can't look up Nicholas Cruz. They won't tell you where he is. I'll say this. The fact that right now I am unable to look up any of the convicted killers of Foolio.
But that would make sense because it's so famous.
Makes me think if two of them did get shot inside of prison, by shot I mean cut, stabbed, whatever, as a collective, the Florida Department of Corrections could have placed all four of them in protective management due to...
And two of them got stabbed. Damn.
Clear safety fucking risk.
Right.
If it's that evident that y'all killed a famous rapper and at any compound you touch down on, you could potentially get killed.
Right.
All four of them could have been taken off the website. No one knows where they're at.
Right.
Placed in protective management. That right there makes me think something did happen. Because only a couple...
Something happened for damn. That's for shit sure. Something definitely happened. Let me see if...
So the vicious stabbing of Foolio's killer... ...on getting stabbed. This is what was said.
You gotta tell them your opinion, nigga. Appreciate that, Ginger. What's your opinion?
Like, no sugarcoat and shit, cuz. Like, I don't know Sean. So y'all be saying it on my live, like, I don't know him. Like, I'm not saying it on no funny shit. I don't know him. Like, I never see him face to face. I never had a conversation. I don't know.
So you saying, so we gonna go ahead and put it on the floor. So you saying he was out this bitch clout chasing?
I don't know, Jay. None of
imagine sliding for some niggas and they ain't even claiming you. Boy, your ass just went out so bad. You just went out bad.
Yeah, he is going out. He definitely went out bad. You go to prison, I don't care. Oh, so he an ATK dude. But that's what a lot of people said, though. A lot of people said that. That's been the narrative, that he was only killing Foolio so he could get cool with ATK, because ATK is the cool guys in the city. So I want to be able to roll with them. So I'm going to go risk my whole life in prison so I can be cool with them. Like, in Sean's music video that was floating around, he was making fun of his ops for not having a switch, but Sean was using his mama's guns. He probably never had an op either. Lord have mercy, help him. That's the only person that can help you right now, boys. It's G.O.D. Sean's sister just posted and deleted.
Throwing his life away, okay? It's low key. I'm not going to say it's her fault, but like you in the 6 degrees of separation.
Man, this is sad, boy. This nigga like 18, 19 years old. Like, the craziest part about it is, bro ain't nothing. Like, he ain't got nothing, shorty. Like, it's crazy how young these niggas be going to prison and they be doing life in prison and be so damn young, but like, it's crazy, bro. He 18. When he got caught in jail, he was 18, bro. I think he just turned 19. 19? You ain't even had a legal drink. You ain't had your own crib. You don't got no kids. You don't have your own apartment. You don't have nothing, bro. You just graduated a year and a half ago, bro. Am I tripping? Ain't this nigga 19? Let me see. Sean got the right age. He's 20. So he'll be 21 in October. I think he got caught when he was like 18, turning 19. And then, like, the trial was long or whatever. Like, bro don't got, like, I really don't get that, bro. I never have understood it. I never will, boy. Like, why do you want to be so cool? Like, why do y'all look at that shit and think it's so cool? Like, this is, I don't know. One thing I do know, whenever I do have kids, is like, I'm going to explain to them what I think is extremely important to explain to kids, and extremely important for people to understand in general, is that entertainment is entertainment. Niggas like him look at shit on Instagram and it look cool on YouTube, and the songs, it look real cool. And then they take that in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, we all watched WWE growing up, right? And then when you watch it, what do? As a dumbass kid, what do? You watch it, you see somebody do it, and then you and your cousin start wrestling. How many stories you done heard of somebody play wrestling with their cousin or their brother or their best friend in the house, somebody fucking break their wrist, the eye pop out, end up with a brain injury, whatever the case is, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I just think it's so important to explain to kids, like, this is entertainment. Even I got a little cousin who I always explain whenever he over my house, like, he getting scared of, it's gonna be a huge spider up under his bed. I say, where did you hear about that? He said, on YouTube. I said, that's not real. I have to explain to these to kids, like, it's not real. It's entertainment. It's fun to look at, but it's not real. A lot of people be like, oh, you're hurting his imagination. No, I'm fucking giving him the tools he needs to separate entertainment from real life. Too many of y'all lads listen to these rap songs and then go live y'all life by the rap song. You talk like them, you look like them, you dress like them, you get the same tattoos that they get. Like, too many grown-ass men got OTF tattoos. Like, bro, you don't know Little Durk. What's wrong with you?
He was young, came from a supportive family, and according to the people around him, had opportunities to build a completely different life. Instead, he turned to the streets and participated in the calculated murder of Jacksonville rapper Foolio. Sean was ultimately convicted and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. At only 20 years old, he's now in the custody of the Florida prison system, where he is expected to spend the remainder of his natural life. But the other day, a disturbing rumor began circulating online. Several accounts claimed that Sean Gathright had been stabbed behind bars, with one blogger even claiming
any official statement.
Crying all through the trial. Like, you need to stop crying. It's time to be tough. What happened to the tough guy shit, bro? You was a brutal killer. Like, come on now.
Sean Gathright and I forgot two of Foolio's killers, Sean Gathright and I forgot the other person. They were allegedly stabbed in prison, and some people actually believe that this is a retribution. I'm hearing Sean Gathright is in critical condition after getting stabbed in prison. I can't even say send my prayers to these guys. You know, these guys are brutal, inhumane criminals. Good for them. I wish I could say something else. Two of Foolio's killers.
So I don't know what his source is, okay, but Ak is saying that he's heard that he's in critical condition. And what's really interesting about this is around the time this news started going viral, okay, around August the 8th, 2026, multiple Foolio defendants suddenly disappeared from the public department.
Yeah, so Jake just kind of broke that down. That's why they disappeared. So you could, it was a point in time where you could find out where they was at. And then the stabbing happened, and now you can't find out where they at because they're in, as he said, what, protective management or something? So that explains why they need to cut. I hate how they do men worse than the women. Like, cut this bitch hair off too then. The hell? She knew what she was doing. She killed them niggas too. Just like everybody else. Don't give her no extra damn privileges because she a girl. She already got a little punk ass 10 years. She should have got life with they ass. And then he kind of just went over 1090 Jake's video. So, I mean, I don't know what you expect. Like you said, am I supposed to feel bad, bro? I don't know if y'all have ever seen the video. I'm sure y'all have if y'all watching it. Right? I want to know the video. Let's type that in. The video of Foolio murder. This is him, bro. This is Sean Gathright right here. This is him. I'm talking about front. Everybody else, let me move myself out the way, bro. Let's actually just zoom in. See if we can just zoom. Okay. We can't zoom in. They ain't gonna let us do that. We want to do it. Okay. I'm gonna just move myself. Y'all see him right here, right? And this is him. Everybody else is all over here in the cut, kind of scared. This boy's so thirsty to be cool with ATK that he is front line, right? Foolio's car is driving towards him at the moment. Now let's look up something else. Right? Look at this, bro. All these shots came from Sean Gathright. These are the shots that came from him. Because remember, this is him right here. This is him. So he was the one dumping into the front windshield right here, bro. So a lot of it's very safe to say that he's the one that actually killed him. And as you can see, this is Foolio's car. The shooting started and they just drove off. They was already facing this way. They don't even realize that they driving towards the killers. Look at him, bro. I'm talking about he aiming right. He looked like he on a Call of Duty mission. Aiming right down. Holding the gun in his face. Cold-blooded, bro. Are we supposed to feel bad that you got stabbed, bro? That you knew that was going to happen. That's why you was in that courtroom crying. Part of the reason, at least. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at this. To a nigga that ain't do nothing to you. At least the brothers had real beef with him. Which is still a stupid ass decision, but look at this shit, bro.
Wow. Well, I'm about to end this video, this reaction video, but all I gotta say, I understand where the young man is coming from, but let me tell you one thing. Until you're in this situation, some people are lucky not to be in the situation. You don't even know the involvement or how deep it really gets for some people. Life. And good that there are people like himself willing to reach out and educate the younger people around him. But I'm going to tell you, it ain't easy. It ain't easy. a lot of them, unfortunately, are stalked, threatened, especially, I assume, if you had family members involved and they want to keep the family tree going. That's that long engagement that a lot of them have out there. And the only thing in prison that can save them is turning their life to God. And a lot of them end up doing that, in which their life change, in which they're able to make changes in prison and out of prison. As young boys go to prison and they become teachers themselves. So let's pray for these young men. That's all I can say. Because they say you learn from the wise. You know, the young they're good, but the wise know through experience, through watching other people, through experience, through their own eyes. And if you think you can't learn from the wise, and I keep telling I even tell young girls and then young ladies, probably younger than me, they think they know the whole world and they about their life and doing their life. And I'm saying to myself, baby, you just don't know. Let that prison get a hold of you. But until next time, I hope you enjoyed it. P.S. and discover.